It's Wednesday, September 22nd, 2021. Thanks for tuning into the Day Weather Podcast. Well, with a severe lack of weather to talk about, we're going to add a new feature to the Day Weather Podcast. It's going to be a semi-recurring feature, but we're going to pick a song that really represents the weather pattern that we're in. There's a lot of songs out there with weather in it or weather-related music, and so we're going to find a song occasionally and throw it in there, and it'll match the weather. Today's song, Mr. Blue Sky by Electric Light Orchestra, better known as ELO. You can't find a better song to go with the weather that we've got going on right now. So play that song today and hum along because it goes great with the weather. Lots of blue sky coming our way, occasionally some high and mid-level clouds, but overall, it's a great weather pattern coming our way. We do have a weak cool front Thursday night and Friday. It's only going to produce a brief cool down, a few clouds, a few sprinkles in the mountains. That's it. Comfortably warm days, clear, cool nights through Monday for the entire region. We're going to have just comfortable, great weather. Now, there's going to be some breezy areas and some mid and high level clouds at times, but I'm nitpicking. And if we do see any showers, there'll be sprinkles, mainly in the western mountains. The next weather pattern change is not going to happen until Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Now, we continue to get photos in, but we got a different one for you. We actually got a photo of some lilacs from Tripp County, South Dakota. Now, what's unusual about this is lilacs in September. Well, these are lilacs that are very late blooming because the drought conditions early this spring really negated the lilacs taking off, but with over 6 inches of rain since August 7th in that area, well, the lilacs have decided to bloom. Don't forget to send your fall color report in with pictures to podcast@dayweather.com. Folks, we have a wonderful opportunity over the next 5 days because the weather is going to be good. At the same time, the fall colors are reaching their peak. So this weekend, going to be a great opportunity to head to the high country. The latest smoke map continues to show a lack of smoke in the Intermountain West. We still have fires going on in this area here of California, so they are still producing smoke, but the smoke is greatly reduced from where it's been, and we're hoping that the weather pattern change next week falls on that fire area and brings them some rain. I think it will. I think there's a chance of it. Here's the satellite photo. You can just see the massive area of clear skies across the Intermountain West. That's why we've got all the blue skies and just really great weather conditions. As we go forward and take a look at the upper level pattern, this is where we are today with the high pressure ridge right over the Four Corners area. This little ripple right here is that weak cold front that's going to slide southeast and through the region Thursday night and Friday. There's very little weather with it, but what it will do is it will cool us off some, as Friday will have northwest flow in and along the Continental Divide. So what this means is we're going to have warm days followed by cooler days, but it's never going to get too hot. It's never going to get too cool. We're very much in that Goldilocks zone of very comfortable weather conditions. As we go forward, we do see that that frontal system on Friday does bring a pocket of some cooler air. You can see it right here. Most of that cool air heads towards the Dakotas in the upper Midwest, but along and just east of the divide, temperatures will cool slightly behind that front, but then high pressure rebuilds for the weekend, and this is all we've got. This is through the weekend. This is the only precipitation we see, and those gray areas are maybe sprinkles or virga, we call it, rain that doesn't hit the ground. So there's really nothing significant coming, and most of this activity right here has to do with the Thursday night, Friday morning front, where there might be a few sprinkles over the mountains. Otherwise, very little precipitation is coming our way. Now, in the long term, this is by next Wednesday, the 29th of September. We have a stronger cold front pushing into the Pacific Northwest and another area of low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska forming and wanting to swing down. So as we get to the end of September, the first couple of days of October, we will see a cooler pattern move in and perhaps a better opportunity for precipitation in the west. And take a look at the 10-day forecast. This is through October 2nd, next week from this Saturday. And you can see that we've got some decent rain coming into the desert Southwest, parts of the Pacific Northwest, even California and Nevada. Now, I will tell you, there's a lot of question marks on this pattern, so take this with a very large grain of salt. But it does appear as though the next period of cooler, wetter weather is likely going to arrive towards the middle to the end of next week. It's not a system coming in bringing a lot of Canadian air with it, so we're expecting it to be a mostly rain event. But we do see the next chance of moisture towards the middle of next week. Until then, though, very little going on weather-wise. Have yourself a great Wednesday, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.